Hello guys, welcome back once again to this new tarot reading. This time I'm going to continue with the individual tarot readings for Stray Kids members. I'm going to do Felix today. I decided to leave him, and also I believe it's Chambin at the end because before starting Stray Kids reading, I think I did a reading for their friendship or relationship, so that's why I think I got connected a little bit with their energy. That's why I wanted to leave them for last. So it's him now, and then the last member, it's Chambin. I believe that this is his name because I confused him with Bantan. So I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, because I mean Chambin. So let's start with the archetypes cards for Felix. Of course, I know that he is a Virgo with a moon in Aries, um, and a few planets in Libra. He has. There's something about him. I don't know what is it about these Virgo idols, especially the ones that have like this weird combination of Virgo, moon in Pisces, Pisces, moon in Virgo, Virgo, moon in Aries, Aries with the moon in Virgo. So it seems like it repeats, and something that I had always been really curious about. It's the way Virgo and Pisces energy very frequently polarize each other. When you're polarized, when the energy is polarized, it means that you actually have the attributes of the sign that is opposite to you. For example, Virgo and Pisces are opposite signs of each other. So, despite their huge differences and all that each other have a lot, that's why they are opposites, because they have a lot of learning, a lot of teaching to each other, because their energy is totally opposite. But I always find that there are a lot of Virgo males, especially, that tend to be really polarized with Pisces energy. At first impression, when I see them, they remind me a lot of Pisces energy. They look more Pisces than a Virgo. They look very angelic, very dreamy, um, very elegant, very angelic. There's something also because Virgo, it's their traits is actually to be really angelic also. But there's something about, like, for example, a traditional Virgo person, actually they look a little bit more like, in the eyes they look like more curious, like a Gemini, because they are ruled by Mercury too. So they have these kinds of eyes that their eyes is like they observe anything, and they actually have like very like sparkling eyes, kind of, because it's like they just are really curious, a really curious person, and they have this personality and this energy about wanting to know a lot, and they pay a lot of attention, and they are really eager to learn. But then you have this kind of Virgo men that they tend to look a lot like a Pisces. So in the case of Felix, sometimes I have to look at his moon really, really closely, because he doesn't strike me at first as a moon in Aries. Actually, he strikes me more as a moon in Pisces. But it must be other type of influences. So let's see how it develops for him and his personality. So the cards he got was storyteller, student, and slave. So there's he obviously has a great memory, so he probably has a lot of funny stories to tell, um, because he's really good at like saving memories and also remembering maybe like really small facts, and details that maybe no one paid attention before. He is really capable of, um, he pays attention to details, which is very Virgo, but he somehow saves them. And it's like, actually you cannot discuss him on that. For example, if you are like, oh, do you remember that this happened? And he's like, yes, I remember, it's this and this and this, and you're like, no, it didn't happen that way. And he will fight you. He will fight you with facts, of course, because he will be open to debate, because he loves to, I mean, he is really confident about his ability to tell stories, about his ability um to express his point of view. He may not be really expressive, but once he loses himself and he feels confident enough to open up and say what he really thinks, he actually has a lot of hilarious anecdotes. And he is very detailed, actually. When he tells you something, he just will open all the details, and so you can feel what he is telling you, which also makes me think that he may be really good at writing lyrics, or writing in general, like to do like some kind of journaling, uh, because there's something about words and about communication that is really important for him. I believe that it's one of his strong traits, because the Nescar is a student, so there's definitely a lot of influence of Mercury there. He's really humble when it comes to what he learns, actually. I believe he will be in the mode of a student his whole life, in the sense that he will be really humble, and he will always have uh, this this excitement, and this, um, it's like his face, his whole aura lights up when he is learning something new. I think he will find a lot of joy in learning new things. And I believe it's this archetype of the student that allows him also to connect with the knowledge, but to also be very pleasantly surprised by everything he learns, everything new that he learns. That's why he will always be like really humble enough to be like, oh, I don't think I know it all. Like, I still have a lot to learn. Like, that's how I feel is his nature. His nature is to let always knowledge surprise him, and somehow help him to open up his mind and his horizons. I believe um, he's really structured in that way, and he takes his time to learn things. For him, maybe he can be a bit slow to learn a few things, but he will actually succeed at the end, because um, he has a will, he has consistency also, but sometimes he wishes he could express more. And actually, it's not about a language barrier, it's not that, it's just that he he can be a bit of the reflective kind of person, like in the sense that he reflects a lot, and that he actually likes to talk a lot, because he has a moon in Aries. So moon in Aries, male especially, they have like a childish side to them. They are really childish in this way, and they are also very open and very communicative when they want to. But at first, if you first meet him, his Virgo nature is going to uncover, it's going to cover all that. It's going to be like he will act a little bit shy, a little bit awkward at first. And then once he gets to know you and he feels really confident with you, he will start talking to you, and he will probably like be really very honest and very frontal about what he means. um I feel somehow that he's not that confident with his communication skills. And again, I'm not talking about language, I'm talking about the way he says things. He wishes he could express himself in a smarter way. He wants to sound smart. He wants to sound knowledgeable. He wants to sound like um he's cool, like he has culture. Um and I believe he will. He just needs to develop it. He's really young actually. So he needs to learn. He needs to read more books in order to do so. Um but he just admires people that are really good at communicating. He sometimes gets maybe too passionate whenever he has an idea that he would like to express. That sometimes that passion can be overwhelming, and that's why sometimes his mind rushes really fast with what he wants to say. But when the words come out, they come out in a very like weird way. So that's why he's very self-conscious in that sense. He's like, oh, that's not what I meant. I wanted to say a different thing. I wanted to sound different. So maybe he may seem a little bit like he's slowing down his speech because he wants to perfectionate. He's such a perfectionist in this way. I cannot uh, I mean, I can understand where he's come from, but it's weird because he has a lot of thoughts, and he just somehow needs to have some kind of, he needs to order his thoughts, he needs to put order, he needs to organize his thoughts, and not to get too passionate about um, the conversation, because once he does, it's like, I don't know why, but words come out really weird. I never heard him talk. I don't know. Actually, I heard him in videos. I know he has a distinct voice. He has a beautiful, deep voice, um, which is also very moon in Aries. Actually, moon in Aries people, especially male, they tend to have this very like low voice, this very like masculine voice. So that's his influence right there. Um, and then the other card that he has, it's a slave. So with this card, and actually I'm seeing other cards that came out in the tarot reading that then I will explain, but there's something about him that reminds me of Pisces and reminds me of Pisces energy. Actually, Virgo too can be a little bit submissive because they want to serve others, so maybe it has to do with Virgo too. He's really humble, and actually he has a lot of admiration for people of knowledge, for people that know things. He gets really amazed. He amazes. He gets really like, he's. I have the feeling he's like wow when he meets someone that he feels that sometimes it's more knowledgeable than he is. For example, if you tell him about your life experience and somehow you experience, I don't know, different background, different kinds of way of living, different cultures, um, he just wants to know about it. He's like really interested in that. It's like he is able to explore possibilities by listening to your story. and he can also open his own mind, which he is really willing to do. um, but the slave here, I don't know why, but I have this feeling that this slave also applies to his love life, in the sense that there's something about him wanting to serve those he loves, but putting himself in this very willingly like attitude. um so he may have this kind of submissive kind of attitude, but I find it that for him it's actually about exploring his own self and how much he can serve others, like how much he can adapt and how much he can take. So then I will explain later what I think about this. But when I saw the slave, it's actually for him it's more about a lifestyle than actually a mentality. I think he wants to be submissive somehow. Um because he finds it really attractive, like um but actually because he wants to test his own power. It's really weird for me to think of a moon in Aries being actually submissive, but maybe it's because there's something about this particular trait that somehow makes him feel really passionate, that somehow he has a lot of admiration for people in power, or for people that he considered that are more powerful than him, or that are more passionate or more confident than him. He finds that really attractive, and it's like he wants to immerse himself in that dynamic. That's why I don't think he goes through life with the slave mentality, but there's an aspect of submissiveness with him, of being submissive and actually loving it. That's why I think it has to do with some kinky aspect. I don't know why, but that's what I'm getting. Um, I don't know his sexuality. I don't know his orientation. I just know that I have the feeling that he enjoys it. He enjoys, or maybe actually he is like he enjoys to pretend that he is submissive, because there's something about self-discovery here. I think that he will eventually will, when is mature enough, I think he will be really in good contact with his own masculinity and with his own expression of what it's like to be powerful in his own skin. Um because actually he's really passionate. You cannot have a moon in Aries and not being passionate. But somehow that this Virgo Pisces energy of like, oh yes, I'm like talking like really gentle and being like really nice and being like really pleasant and people pleaser, because he has a lot of Libra also. This aspect actually is like a mask. It's like it's not who he is inside, it's what he portrays actually. I believe that he's more dominant than what he lets people see, but he wants to experience more when it comes to relationships, to actually figure out what role he likes the most. That's why I say that in this reading I have these cards and this energy, but maybe if I read for him a year from now, maybe I will see a totally different energy. So actually, Moon in Aries are really dominant. So, but they do have their kink also. Just because they are very dominant, they can have fantasies about being dominated somehow by others, because it's like it's about dominance. So I think that they really like they enjoy the passionate encounters, and they also enjoy someone that can like provoke them somehow, like, like com- competition, like getting that competitiveness of them. Like they enjoy that, they enjoy the drama. So they love everything that can turn them on, they love it. So let's start with the cards. He has the Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Princess of Air, that it would be the Princess, that it would be the Page of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, a lot of Pentacles, and the Sun. So he's really passionate. Actually, let me tell you guys that he is really passionate, or at least he has a lot of passionate fantasies. Um, I believe that he is putting his energy into a process that will soon will be a success for him, and also will open, like I said, a lot of gates and a lot of opportunities for him to maybe work in a creative aspect. And I also think that he is feeling really inspired and really motivated, and also that despite of all the work that he has to do, he has like this inner confidence or this inner strength where he feels really good about himself. I don't know if he's taking care of his health, or somehow something about his routine has changed that has like a good impact on his health, on his well-being, because the card of the well-being came out. So I think this has to do that he's like trying to invest his thoughts, his ideas into a new passionate beginning. So it's like he's feeling really good in his skin. He's feeling really good about himself. He's feeling really blessed, and he's really eager to. He's really excited for what's to come for him personally in his personal life, because I have the feeling that this talks a little bit about his own development. I don't see him worried actually. I don't see the like, for example, when I read for other members, I have seen I actually are struggling emotionally. They have a lot of fears and uncertainties. But in the case of Felix, I don't see actually worry. Actually, I see a lot of drive, a lot of a lot of energy, a lot of passion. So I don't see him getting stuck or feeling confused or not knowing. Actually, I think he knows exactly what he wants. And this is where this person comes from, that is the Queen of Wands. Um, and there's the Ace of Cups here. So there probably could be someone that is in his life that he wants to start something emotionally with. I believe that is someone that he knows, or that he had known for a while, and that somehow he feels really passionate about this person. But he's like containing himself because the Two of Wands is there, and this is the card of the Dominion. So I feel like he feels really passionately about this person, but and he feels a lot. He has a lot of feelings for this person, but somehow he doesn't want to let it. He doesn't want that person to see it, or at least he doesn't want to reveal how much he feels or the intensity of his feelings. So he is always like holding himself back, like trying to contain all this desire inside of him. Because, like I said, he is really passionate. So that's why I believe that this slave archetype is actually a mask. Actually, it's like the persona. It's not who he really is inside, but it's how he presents himself. He presents himself as this sweet, loving, gentle, that he will not harm anyone. And actually, inside, he burns really, really high with passion. I see a lot of fire, so he would probably be very passionate. Um, but he's holding back somehow. So I don't know if maybe with this person, that since it's the Queen of Wands, and I believe that it can be a fire sign, and it's someone probably that he has like maybe a friendship with, so that's why maybe he's holding back a bit. But he feels a lot for this person. He feels love, but also passion, and that's why, because I got the queen, of all uh the characters of the court that we have in the tarot cards, like a queen or a king represent like the higher representation of the development of the person. So either this person is older than him, but older and and very experienced, like maybe, I don't know, 15 years older than him, sort of, or he is a person that is in a position of power, because since it's ruled by the wands, I have the feeling that this person is very magnetic, it's really powerful, it's really attractive, it's really assertive. They know what they want, they go after what they want, and they exude this confidence and this fiery energy about themselves, that he just cannot help to feel drawn to this person, to feel attracted to this person. But actually, what he is doing, without not acknowledging, also, obviously, is that he is protecting himself in this person. He's like mirroring this person, or at least he wants to mirror this person. That's why he's so attracted, because somehow this person is a life manifestation of everything that he wishes he could be, or every characteristics or traits that he would wish he would be able to express about himself. He wants to become that person, actually. That's why he feels love, because actually, to admire someone and to love that someone also, there's between love and admiration, they are not the same, but they have a very similar impact into a person's perception. So maybe it's not that he's in love with the person, but he's infatuated. He is like very he feels really good inside when he sees this person, because this person is so strong, is so powerful, and they exude all these characteristics that he wishes he could have for himself. So maybe it's, yes, it's kind of admiration, love, and attraction. He feels attracted to this person, but somehow he's not letting it see, because I don't think, I think he believes it's not appropriate. That's why maybe I think this person, either someone influential or someone that works with him, or it's someone that is older, or maybe it's already in a relationship, maybe it's a married person. So that's why he's like, I feel all this inside. This person makes me feel so much inside. I feel like he's burning inside. uh, but actually for him it's like feeling alive. That's why I don't see him actually being like unhappy, unsatisfied. I feel like he's really motivated because he has this person in his life. So although he cannot express how he feels entirely, or he cannot be really open about it, the fact that he is experiencing this passion inside of himself makes him feel alive, makes him feel like it's like he wants to get up every morning to see this person. Or that's why I feel that maybe they work together, because it's like he cannot wait to see this person. It's like there's a moment where he gets to see this person, or he gets to share time with this person. In fact, he truly admires that person. So he wishes he could be brave enough to say something, but and he would probably would try will try to be a little bit more brave to reach this person, or at least to take some kind of approach to this person to see how they react, maybe trying to be a little bit flirty with the person, to know, to test the waters, to see if this person gets the message. uh, but there's something that it's not that this person is going to reject him, it's just that he doesn't want the relationship to change. He doesn't want to spoil things between them, so that's why he's holding back. But every once in a while, he becomes really brave, and he does things to, especially acting really innocent. That's why the slave card is there. I know. Acting really innocent, or acting, maybe asking this person for advice or something, like be like, oh, I don't know, can you help me with this? I don't understand, something like this. But it's actually because he wants to be close to that person, and maybe because he also feels like there's some reciprocity there, maybe that he feels like this person is holding back too. So there's something there. I wouldn't call it love, actually I would call it lust, because there's a lot of ones here. I would call it lust. But he also has appreciation for this person. I mean, he cares for this person as a human being, uh, but he's really passionate. There's a lot of lust here. Um, so maybe when you're the moon in Aries, I have to, because I know a few, and I know that sometimes they get really infatuated, and they fall really fast in love with people that they just met. They are these people that experience love at first sight every day, like, and they feel like they really love this person. But then when they get close to this person, and maybe they start seeing this person, and once the fire of the novelty and of the first moments and everything it happens, then the fire dies down. They are not very like consistent when it comes to their passion or who they like. They easily, just as passionate as they are, they easily can change. Like, oh yes, I experienced this. I experienced the passion with you. We consummated this passion, but then I'm done. Like, it's not fun anymore. Because the Aries energy is actually the initiator, so they have this. They have the power to initiate beginnings with people, for example, in a romantic way. But they are not really good at maintaining those relationships, because they are always looking for the fiery, passionate beginning. You know, when you are in this chase and chaser, cat and mouse dynamic. You know, they find that really it nurtures the hunter in them. You know, competitiveness. I cannot say this word. They feel really excited all of a sudden because they are like, oh, I want this person, I want to. But once they get this person, they are like, oh, I don't know if I want to continue. So they are not the most faithful or more consistent when it comes to relationships. So, but we will have to see his Venus. Maybe his Venus is in Libra, so he may be a bit romantic kind of. But actually, I believe that he is all passion because I think his Mars is in Leo, so he also wants passionate beginnings and he wants to be the center of attention. It's like he's really smart at what he does because he is like he acts in a very like silent way to try to like attract the other person, and once he got them, he showed them his true colors, that he's really passionate and that he is not that innocent. That's what I was saying. He acts like he is a slave, not a slave. He is submissive, but then when you are in that moment, he is like he shifts like a chameleon, and all of a sudden he dominates you, or he is in charge. His whole his whole persona changes into who he really is. Because I find it hard to believe that the moon in Aries is dominant. It's submissive, but I think it's his the masks he wear to attract this powerful these powerful people that he's attracted to. Because if he wouldn't be in this submissive role, um somehow when you have when you are you when you're too confident of your own power, or at least when you show it, uh, when you meet someone that is an equal, in that sense that maybe the two of you are passionate, the two of you are powerful, the two of you feel really good in control and feel really confident about yourself, the relationship actually doesn't work, because it's like none of them gives in. You know, in relationships and the dynamic, it's also about knowing when to give in to the other person's desire. So he knows how to play his cards really well. He knows how to attract with that innocence of him. So I don't know, maybe the fans will let me know if he is that way or not, because I do not know anything about him. So I'm going to leave it, guys, here. All I can say is that the last card that came out for him is the Sun. So there's going to come a lot of wish fulfillment for him, a lot of dreams coming true, and a lot of he's going to feel so good, because the energy of the Sun also reminds me of very sunny and warm days. So probably because over there the weather is changing and the days are warmer and brighter, and I think they also influence in his whole mood. So he will start feeling like very good, very confident in himself, and he will irradiate this kind of confidence and this glowing up. There's something, I don't know if he's going to change a bit about his concept, or they are going to change his style. But the next time you see him, probably in summertime, he's going to come with a new concept that is going to show a little bit of this new face and more confident side of himself. So maybe he's going to look a little bit more grown up, maybe a little bit more like masculine, or there's something going to be something about glowing up, something about looking your best and looking and shining like sun and being the center of attention. So that's amazing for Felix. I'm really I'm really excited to see his energy because I'm like I love what he does. He has a lot of passion, and I have a huge admiration for people that are passionate. Um, and he's really honest, actually. Um, I don't think, uh, I mean, in my case, I feel like his level of passion and his level of honesty is like it's not been appreciated enough. People should know more about him. So, but I believe that he will start to show a little bit more about himself as time passes, because it's all the process of maturity and about how he experienced his own everyday life. And I believe he just wants passionate beginnings for himself. He wants to experience strong emotions. He wants to feel, he wants to explore, he wants to be brave, he wants to learn to be brave. And also to be more powerful. So I think he will make it. He will make it. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.